denizens of the internet, welcome to a new playthrough. This game is not going to be something that I'm doing blind, because you'll see from my save screen I have quite a few hours into this game, but I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000. But since the last time I played, they have completely redone the main quest line, so it's kind of, I don't know, I guess you'd call it slightly visually impaired. This is No Man's Sky. It's produced by Hello Games. It was released on the 9th of August in 2016 to many bad reviews because they did not get to finish the game the way they wanted to before they released it. However, in the 6 years since the game has been released, they have done 21 major updates to the game, and they have never charged a dime for any of them. Every single one of those updates has been completely free. If any company that has released a flawed or broken game has gone above and beyond to earn redemption, Hello Games is that company, in my opinion. And pretty much out of every game I play on this channel, this is one of the few I would say to pay full price for, if you can't get it on sale. And I would definitely say buy it on GOG because they get a larger share of the money. Hello Games is worth what they're doing. They are good people. Because if the game wasn't good, I wouldn't have put 1,000 hours into it. I will be playing this game with my daughter-in-law as a co-op after we both leave our first star system. I am also going to do something different with this. In one of these videos, I will be leasing my No Man's Sky friend code. If any of you would like to come along and play, you're more than welcome to. The only thing I ask is do the same thing that we do. Get out of your first star system, because I'm going to be playing it on survival. While it's not as bad as playing permadeath, trying to split starting resources between more than one person on the same planet, because they will drop you guys in the same rough location, it's not easy. It makes it insanely difficult. And just for enjoyment of the game's sake, that's what I highly recommend. The other reason why I'm doing this kind of as a community thing is because this game is completely multi-platform and cross-platform. So if you want to play on Xbox, if you want to play on PlayStation, if you want to play on Switch, you can play this game with us. So, as you can see, I have 209 hours here, 273 hours here, and those are not even my normal regular saves. I have other saves that I have actually gotten rid of, just because I wanted to start over with a fresh perspective. So, you can play on normal. This is actually a new one to me. I did not know they put in relaxed. That's completely new to me. Creative is basically like you have everything right off the bat. You don't actually have to do anything. Community Expeditions is something they started doing about, I would say, two and a half years ago, where they start you off with completely randomized equipment. The game kind of starts the same way, but then you have specific achievements to get through the expedition, and you get like rewards that you can collect on your other saves. Because all the saves on here, all the stuff you collect, you get to take to your other save files. And you can... This is also new. Yeah, we'll be playing on survival. And I hope you come along with us. This will be fun. I enjoy this game a lot. And technically, this game is completely endless, because once you beat the main quest, you don't actually have to stop playing. And also, don't take my startup, if you're a new player, don't take my startup on this as a canon thing, because the planet they drop you on will be completely random, which means the planet type will also be random. And they can drop you on planets that are harsh, like freezing planets, toxic planets, radioactive planets, desert planets that are extremely hot. So the way my startup goes is not necessarily the way yours is going to go. This is why I recommend, when you start up the game for the first time, get out of your first star system and then come join us. Hope to see you there. And so we begin. Toxic planet.
Geokinetic system online.
But yeah, all the planets, all the star systems, they're all procedurally generated.
Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
I will explain more about the multi-tool in a little bit.
User initialization sequence complete.
Oh, first contact. So I am the first person here. That's good. But right now I need to get out of this toxic environment, because during that startup, as you can see from the little shield icon down there, it was eating away at my environmental protections. So I don't know if they do this for everybody now, where they start you near a cave, but if they do, I highly recommend getting to a cave as fast as possible, just to let your hazard protection recharge. Okay, so first thing they're going to tell you to do, like that right there, is to repair your scanner. Which for that, I believe you need ferrite dust, and you will also need carbon later. And if you see in the upper right there, it shows the amount of charge that your mining beam has. I believe it goes up to 100 unless they change that. Because like I said, I haven't touched this game probably somewhere between 1.5 years to 2 years. But yeah, so you need 75 ferrite dust to replace your scanner. Well, to repair it. Because a lot of your stuff will start off broken. And the reason why it's so vital that you repair your scanner is because it gets you to the next part of your startup. That is sodium. Sodium recharges your environmental hazard suit when you're not in a cave and when you're not in your ship. Sodium is something you will need. $37. The game will handhold you a little bit, but pretty much once you get to where you can leave a solar system, the game is freeform. You can do whatever you want. You can completely ignore the main quest line if you so desire. And just explore endlessly, because you literally have multiple universes to explore, if you so desire. This game just has so much to it. Which is why I say this is probably one of the most fun games I've ever owned. And why it's one of the only games I advocate actually paying full price for.
Component repaired.
Hey, scanner repaired.
Starship signal detected.
That's why you need your scanner. So you'll have an icon in the upper part of your map that will show you which direction your ship is. And your next step is to get to your ship. And also the analysis visor, which is why I was talking about the carbon. Is there are many things you can just make straight into your inventory.
Technology installed.
Now the analysis visor, this is going to be your primary money maker right off the bat. Because you just look at anything that says unidentified but has like a mineral or a resource attached to it. And it'll allow you to scan it and give you more clarified information. And it gives you money, which it goes to flora, fauna, minerals.
Units received. Units received.
If it doesn't light up, you can't scan it. And you will run into items on planet surfaces that you cannot scan. Be they like small mushrooms, patches of grass, things that look like minerals you should be able to harvest, but you're not. Oh yes, you do have a jetpack. You will be able to upgrade it as you go. A brief overview on the leveling system is
Toxic protection.
it's a very sideways way of doing things. You don't really gain XP. You more or less increase the value of your character, or sodium, by upgrading your suit, upgrading your multi-tool to make it more efficient or more damaging, depending on which route you're going, or both, depending on how many slots it has, and upgrading your ship, which I think, if memory serves, there are somewhere between 5 and 8 ship types now.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Yeah, you'll notice as I run around, I scan literally everything, which is a habit that I picked up when I was playing the game before. Also, yes, this is deuterium. These blue plants, they boost your jet thrusters, so you can do this, and it will give you a booster to where it won't run out. But it will also warn you when it's running out. This is dihydrogen. Early on, you will need loads and loads of this stuff. So if you see those blue crystals, mine them. You will need them.
Toxic protection. Falling.
You will also get suit warnings. Boundary separation failure likely. Vessel emptied, cause sentinel intervention. Pressure iteration generated, anomaly containment prepared. You can either broadcast or leave, it's up to you. Broadcast received, traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. By the way, the anomaly is you. This is going to be your starter ship. For most regular playthroughs being on normal or survival or permadeath, you will start with this exact ship. It may not be in the exact same configuration as far as the storage goes, but it will be the same ship type. These are a small fighter. Right now the ship is damaged, so connecting your exosuit. And they want you to perform maintenance. And it will guide you through how to repair the ship so that you can leave the planet. So you need a hermetic seal and metal plating. And by the way, they completely redone the inventory on this. Inventory used to be a little more cumbersome. They have streamlined it, which is something I'm noticing just now. And I actually really like this. Okay. Brief explanation with nanites. Nanites are going to be what I consider your primary currency that you really want to pay attention to. Credits are good because credits allow you to buy stuff. Nanites are what allow you to upgrade. It's kind of like spending XP, like if you're playing Vampire, or if you're playing one of the Loathing games, being West of Loathing, Shadows over Loathing. And this is one of the other reasons that caves are great. Because you see those things, the hazardous flora, if you mine those, generally you either get sodium or oxygen out of those. So you can get those in plentiful supply. And that stuff will keep you alive.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Yep, there's another one.
Units received.
And of course, I will scan like everything in range.
Received.
Because you also get a bonus if you manage to scan all the flora and fauna on a planet. You don't have to get all the minerals. You will get a bonus amount of nanites when you upload, which I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes. And all these little icons have different things, which we'll get to those.
Units received.
Like those icons, those ones are kind of important. But you can't really get to those yet. You still have to upgrade your multi-tool at least one more time. So now I will make well, the viscous fluids I'm going to get rid of. I don't need those right now. Might need them later. That I will hang on to because that's kind of an important resource for later. The dihydrogen I'm going to store in the ship. I'll get more of it. I just don't want to carry too much of it. Okay, so you need the... basically a metal plank. So if you have enough ferrite dust in your inventory, what you're going to do is you're just going to right click and make one. I'll explain why I do this as well. And I keep those separated instead of grouped together. Yeah, that's the stuff you need to make a bolt caster, which is your first weapon, or a force field. Or both.
Toxic protection 40.
Aha. The little yellow plants. I need more sodium. Because I know what's coming next. And I will need quite a lot of it. Okay, this is called... I call it Q jumping. Q is your melee attack. Like if you want to swat something instead of shooting it. However, if you hit Q and then emit your jetpack immediately, instead of going up, you go forward. Think of it as a charge. That's very neat. The Atlas Pass, I'll get into that later. It'll be a while until we access those. Okay, multi-tool's out of charge. So you just go to your mining beam, add more fuel, which for the most part is carbon. It's kind of a vicious cycle. You need carbon to mine carbon. By the way, anything you have not scanned yet, when you hover over it, it will show up purple. And to scan, you hit F, and then you left click.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, but I'm going to need a lot more than that, sodium-wise. So I will be hunting for sodium as I go. There also is a side way to do that. Which once you have your scanner in, you can tap C and it'll send out a radio pulse, and your basic elements that are in the area will tell you where they are. Basic elements being sodium, oxygen, deuterium, dihydrogen.
Toxic protection. Falling.
That's the radio pulse. Which in the bottom right there, you will see that gauge filling back up, along with the you as well as getting the jetpack and the Q jump. You get a run fast charge from your jetpack as well, but you can upgrade that later. Living slime.
Toxic protection. Falling.
So now I'm basically running back to my ship so that I can recharge my toxic protection.
Support power. Low.
Just because the amount of sodium you're going to need for the next step
Toxic protection. Falling.
is quite high, and I keep having to burn it so I don't take damage.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so right click, make a metal plating. Now you go to the starship. You replace that.
Prepared.
And now it's going to tell you need a hermetic seal. Starship critically damaged, vital ingredients missing, unable to synthesize required components, pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Request assistance. Hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon. So now you just run to the distress beacon. And it will give you a planetary chart. To access the chart, you just go in your inventory and hold down E.
Navigational data received.
And it gives you a quest marker. That's where you need to go. Which is 903
Falling.
meters, I guess. Which is quite a distance. So before you go there, you're going to want to be fully charged. You're going to want to have plenty of sodium. We will get to that in the next episode.